NBC Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Houston Texans and the Atlanta Falcons. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Patterson to start the drive. And he'll hope that this is not a sign of what's in store as he has to fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. He was able to escape momentarily in the backfield, but you could just kind of tell that wasn't going anywhere.
You know, in the film session, he'll get a minus for not getting him on the ground by himself. But what the coach is really going to analyze, how fast did his team...
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Falcons. As big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken in at the 3. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. First down, they go right back to Pierce. They find some open field here. And he's got this down to the 35. 18 more yards there and another 1st down. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Well, we've said it many times. He is always a threat to go the distance anytime he's got the ball in his hands. And on this occasion, he did just that.
Well, he's definitely the guy that makes this offense go. And when you're an RB1, running back 1, you've got to be willing to be patient at times as well. Not every run's going to be the home run we saw there. But once you get that opportunity and that opening, you take full advantage.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Falcons take over first down at their own 19-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done.
Now the ball comes loose, and the Texans scoop it. Room here to run. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time: completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
And that is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. The fake field goal catches everyone by surprise. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Fairbairn now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
Texans 14, Falcons 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. This one into the hands of Pitts. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That ends up going for 31.
When they needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
1st and 10, it's Patterson. And he's got it down to the 28. The Falcons at 2-10 now on the year. And they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So, they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Ritter's throw complete. This is London. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 13-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last two, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Three tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. On play action, now Garoppolo. Going deep here for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Pierce gets this one running right. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. They go again with Pierce. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It's going to lead him to 3rd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's Garoppolo tossing quickly out wide. Touchdown, Texans. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans go up by 2 touchdowns. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And it's now 21-7.
Texans 21, Falcons 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Here we go. Here we go.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Hey, no steal.
Give to Patterson running to the right. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Got a man, it's London. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Ritter's pass completes to Pitts, and he'll be brought down at the 27. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. They'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And the Texans are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
106 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Here we go,
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Trey Brown there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll leave him with a third and just a yard. Pierce will try to pick it up. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. 21, 21.
From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Now this throw caught left side. Touchdown, Houston. Jimmy Garoppolo with his second touchdown pass of this first half. And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
2nd and 1. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
21, 21.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Touchdown! 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the Texans are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Fairbairn good with the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. From the 6. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that's going to be caught downfield by Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the third quarter. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's hard to imagine that the first half could have gone any better for them. So what's the approach here in the second half?
Just continue to play smart football because they got the other team down and they feel good about the position they're in. The obvious thing people would say is just keep attacking, but I think you also have to be smart about it. Avoid turnovers. That's about the only thing that can derail you at this point. Attack, but make sure you take care of the ball.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll get about 3 here up to the 44-yard line.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
5 men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Shoves him aside, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Open man is Howard, the tight end. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo sets up the screen to Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Here's Garoppolo to throw. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, 29 yards. And the Texans have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be second down.
But they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. The Falcons send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. But they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter. Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks in the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though, and they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And if you're wondering just how quickly that sack occurred, the next-gen stats tell us 2.6 seconds is all he had to throw the football. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Here we go, here we go. Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead.
Pierce now up the middle. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And Pierce gets it again on second down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action.
Here we go.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 8. Going for it with Pierce. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. 133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Here we go, here we go.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
Hey, gun.
Another carry for Pierce. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. On second down, here's Pierce. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Pierce takes it straight ahead. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll toss this to Pierce on the right side. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a base.
They're going for Howard, but the pass intercepted. Picked off by Rashaan Evans. 30. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. I tell you what, credit is due there in preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Looking to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's got it. And the Falcons are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Patterson is into the end zone. It's a Falcons touchdown. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was, and when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. 201 yards rushing for him now in the afternoon as he just continues to pummel this defense. And they'll go right back to Pierce.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Here's Pierce on the counter. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. A quick toss out right, and he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one will not work out. It is incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And caught by, and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they've got it very deep in enemy territory. It's inside the 5 at the 3-yard line. 1st and goal. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.